But dude, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
That's great. For those who are new, this is the Standout Coffee Podcast. We've been up and running for a while, and we're gonna focus some on you today, because you're new.
Yeah.
Or new. You've been here for 3 months, right?
Yeah, I've been here for 3 months, I think.
That's good. Who are you?
Well, I'm Veronica, and I'm currently working here at Standout Coffee Roastery. I have about 7 years in experience, I think.
It must be more.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I think, a few years at least. So I've been working, I started out at the Espresso House. Yeah. Then I went on to your old workplace, Drop Coffee, and worked there for a few years. And then I work with coffee machines. Yeah. And now I'm here.
That's good.
Yeah.
And we had a few kind of hectic months.
Yeah.
Started off with this huge event in August, I think. That's when we called you. We were
at the end troops. Of August or start of September, I think.
A new roaster got installed, and since then it's just been, we said I think we need you two days a week, and it's been more than full time, I feel.
Yeah.
Kind of just working, sending so much
ending.
Never ending story. Yeah, it's been like a never ending stream of especially new wholesale orders, I would say. We had a great Black Friday, and that pushed us into some news. Since we are on Spotify now, I said to myself, and we actually wrote something yesterday, that we need to do this more properly. So in today's podcast, we're going to do a few topics, I think. So for you who want to listen in, we have been and will talk about you, introduction. We also, as we mentioned during Black Friday, sold out on a lot of coffees. So we have some news that we will talk to. We also been talking AeroPress for a while, and you got the what do you say? You were the one. The chosen.
Got the mission.
They got the mission to brew better AeroPress for us, and with the help of friends and knowledge, we now have an AeroPress recipe that you will talk about. And it also links up with the coffee subscription that we found works amazingly on AeroPress. We're new on AeroPress, and it's just a super, super good coffee. And if we have time, we have all the time in the world today, we will talk about because you're active on the Stockholm Coffee fika scene.
I'm as a guest.
Yes.
As someone who goes to coffee places and fika.
Yeah. So we're gonna go through that, because we had amazing response on Alexander's post about his journey to Tokyo and where to go, what baristas to link up with. And usually we can get a few hundred likes on Instagram posts. I think it's over 2,000 people now like that post, and it just keeps on get shared, and we see people interact with it every day now. So today we're gonna do a quick Stockholm coffee crawl with the help of you.
Okay.
That's good. So to start things off, let's talk some AeroPress, I think.
Yes.
That would be great. You just brewed to us. Tell us.
Yeah, so I got the mission to create an AeroPress recipe for us here at Standout. And we had over Elin, who is the Swedish AeroPress champion, to kind of show us how to do it, how she's doing it. And then also Alexander just sent me lots of links on other AeroPress recipes and kind of how to brew it. And first of all, AeroPress, you can brew it in so many different ways. You can do inverted, not inverted, and you can the brew time is so different from all recipes, water temperature, everything. So with the help of Elin's recipe, but also kind of with the help of how we brew V60, I came up with this recipe, which is, I kind of call it V60 but inverted AeroPress. So what I'm starting with is I'm doing it on 97 degrees of water, 15 grams to 250 grams water, and I do a bloom, 50 grams water for about 30 seconds. Then I pour up the rest of the water. I don't stir after that. And then after 1.5 minutes, I will start doing a 30-second plunge. So it's very quick. Yeah. But I think this recipe brings out a little bit more like clarity in the brew.
That's exactly, because I'm not a big fan of AeroPress, I would say. I think it sometimes get a little bit, like the texture is a little bit, dirty is the wrong word, but it lets through a lot of particles. And that was the first thing I reacted to when you gave me this cup this morning. It's very clean. And I kind of love AeroPress as a brew method, and it's easy to bring, and it's kind of cool to show off, and you can literally brew it on an airplane or whatever. But always for me, sometimes it gets a little bit like dirty in some cases. But this is a super clean recipe. Do you have single or double filters?
I do a double.
A double filter.
I don't think I've seen anyone do a single like that. That we kind of got help
maybe
from.
My problem. Yeah. Okay.
But I think double one is also like good. It makes it also a bit more clear. Yeah. But but the thing is with AeroPress is that you can, like, it kind of goes up to how you prefer to drink your coffee. Because if you prefer one of those like more extracted, like stronger, a bit like more particles in the water kind of brew, you can do that with AeroPress. But you can also get this cup that is a bit more clear. Because
this is very V60 like.
Yeah.
In like the strength and everything. So it's great. We just refilled our stocks on the AeroPress Clear. It's a new version, I think. It looks good. Yeah. So we still have time to pick those up as Christmas gifts. We actually have a few. I'm looking over there. We have some scales. We have filters. The Sthlm grinder. Also V60 stuff. It's kind of a new step for us to go into equipment as well. And we see on wholesale or especially e-commerce orders, I mean, people are adding their filters and adding their like new V60 porcelain stuff and some scales. Because why not?
Yeah, it's good to have good equipment. And also, if you don't already have an AeroPress and you're like to try different stuff, I think the AeroPress is great for that. Because like the options are endless. Yes. Like you can do so much with AeroPress. You can experiment like and do anything, and it's gonna like be something that tastes good. Yeah. But it's gonna be like a big variation of what like different types of
and
coffee.
Also these kind of diluting recipes where you brew something super over extracted and very strong and very short, right? And then you add water afterwards. That's something that I know Lance talked about and say, and I also of what I know seen and heard of from competitions a lot, where you can kind of, because you can be so strategic on competitions. You can be like, oh, these are the competitors I go up against, and they usually do these kind of recipes, and if I dilute and make my stronger or weaker and stuff, you can really that's a really cool part of these kind of brew competitions, that you have, as you said, like the options are endless. You can do whatever. So it's gonna be nice. I think we need to find, because on the V60 we have this double bloom recipe, so maybe we should connect to that and name it something.
Like give it a fun name.
Give it a fun name. It's always good with fun names. Like all the coffees that we buy in now, they have all these like super crazy names. So amazing. We're gonna keep on experimenting, but we now have an AeroPress recipe that we will get down on video, and also like all the exact numbers and kind of pick your brain. Everything will be linked in the descriptions and also be found under how to brew on standoutcoffee.com when it's up. So now we brew the agua tibia, right? the subscription of December. It's a delicious coffee. We still have. Do we? We might have some left. I don't know.
I think we might have like a very little.
Yeah,
bit
we
left.
sold a few subscriptions yesterday, and we shipped them immediately. Let's talk about some news. What do we have? We have. Do you want to bring some jars? We have the new the Pacamara Carmen Estates. We also have the Aero Garcia, our new. That's the new whoosh from the Aero Garcia is probably gonna be my top 3 coffee of the year. I love it.
Oh yeah.
It's so delicious. So we have the Carmen Estate. It's a Pacamara. It's a natural process. They call it winey natural process, and it's super delicious. The La Morala. It's a pink bourbon anaerobic, and then wash process, and then the Aero Garcia's whoosh variety, lactate fermented and then washed. This tastes like lavender and mandarins for me. You brewed me in 1 cup yesterday, and it's so delicious. And it's the second year we buy coffee from the Lord Voldemort farm. If you're a Harry Potter fan, you should pick this up for Christmas as well. Is there anything else? We have Nestor Lasso, we have some Brazil left. LR Bowl, we have like 10 jars of Brazil, and I think now the stock online is like 6 or 8 jars of LR Bowl, because we overproduced to a customer, and so it's online, like a few ones. We still have the red honey from the Ethiopian, and it's we try to have 4 coffees. I think we have like 8 online now, but it is what it is.
But also, like, I think, is it Danche, LR Bowl, and Nestor Lasso that we're like what we have on the shelf now is what we got.
Yes, so pick those up while you can. We also have a few jars of I'm looking at shelf, the Brazilian espresso. As well. Something else that's finally here. It was the plan from the beginning, but it got like a few weeks delayed. It's the hang tag. It's an amazing new add-on to the jar, I think, because it kind of connects everything really, really nicely. It shows the roast date, and also this little neat signature by Alexander. If you want to look at that, the QR code goes to the our site, so you can go and click in on specialty coffee and find everything. If you have a coffee at home that is sadly sold out, you will find it online under historic coffees. So it's kind of a museum of all the coffees that we shared every year. So you will always be able to find our past lineup of coffees, but what you find under specialties, of course, what we have in stock. So pick these up. We also have a 4-for-3 Christmas deal, and we made such an effort, you and I, to bring in like 1 million different sizes of boxes. I made a terrible order where I picked up a lot of boxes and they were wrong, and I sent them back. And then when the day after was about to place a new order of new boxes of sizes that we talked about, the inventory in the checkout box was still 23 whatever of those. So we got them back, we shipped them away, we got them back again, and now we have them here. But it's a nice feeling to have the correct box for the correct order. Yeah,
because we have sent out a few orders where it's literally like, if I like rebuild the box like this, it can I can make like some sort of like Frankenstein monster. So it's nice to just have like neat and tidy boxes. And we have the deal for 4-for-3, and you can use it twice or as many times as you like, I think. But if you get like 8 jars, and now we have 8 jar box. It's looking sharp. You can get everything in. I think if you can fit 9 jars actually. So that about boxes. Let's take a coffee crawl in Stockholm. Okay. Because I think there's a lot of nice places, both popping up, but also been up for a while. So
imagine it's Friday today. You go home tomorrow and you're off work. Where do you start?
Ooh, I think it kind of depends on like, tomorrow. So maybe I would like start out at drop.
Yeah.
Just like have a nice batch brew and do some crosswords. That's very nice, like morning routine. Then maybe after that I will head on to Pascal.
Yeah. Which
Sturegatan. Or all the Pascals are very nice, but I do think the one at Sturegatan is.
It's a new kind of smaller espresso bar focus run by Håkan and the team.
Exactly. Really and they seem to have like the coffee is really what's in the focus. Yeah. Because I think the one at Odenplan, they also have great coffee, but their focus is on food. And then the bakery they have at Skånegatan, also great coffee, but they also have focus on the baking. But the one at Sturegatan is like only coffee. That's why people go there. Yeah. So that's where you can find like great espresso. They will always have a guest espresso and a guest batch brew. And then all the baristas are really good at doing V60s. So you can always get like a good pour over. And they change the coffee lineup all the time. So it's always something new.
And they actually roast some by themselves, I think, as well. They have their own lineup of coffees. But they are really good at bringing in not only us sometimes, but like international roasters. That gives us a super nice choice of different coffees. Okay, so now you're at Sturegatan. You had 2 coffees. Yes. If you need 3 more coffees or so, where to go?
Ooh, so I also got like a lot of a sweet tooth. But obviously you don't only want a bun. You want a bun and a great coffee. Yeah. So then I would either go to Komet at Kungsholmen. Really great craft bakery here in Stockholm, and they also got like good coffee. Yeah. It's like, you can have a great coffee and a great bun. Yeah. Does it get better?
No.
Not for me at least. And then, or if I'm going to Söder, like the south direction of Stockholm, I would go to Svedjan, where they also have great coffee and like great buns and pastries. Yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about Svedjan.
Yeah,
that's nice. And they were here, just having a conversation, and it's they are very good at baking, and they have amazing. I think they do copy now. It's
and also my old colleague Mo is working behind the bar.
Yeah,
and he's also great at latte art. Yeah. So if you happen to go to Svedjan when he's working, you could maybe ask him, be like, hey. Yeah. Could you make like a bear in my latte? Yeah, and he will fix that like flawlessly.
That's amazing. And what do we have more? We should go to AB Cafe, of course.
Yeah.
They focus a lot on food right now, and it's I think it's getting better. They have like all of these event kind of evenings. I think tonight they're fully booked with like a sushi chef, and they do a lot of cool stuff over there. Yeah, and I wish they can open a espresso bar in town. That would be nice.
Yeah, and also a really cozy neighborhood. Yeah, I think Midsommarkransen, like they're kind of like Telefonplan, Midsommarkransen, and it's like super cozy, like neighborhood, great to take walks in. Yeah, and then you can go and stop by.
Not today though, because it's awful weather here in Stockholm.
No, today we are unlucky. But if it's on a beautiful sunny winter day, or just like any other season where the day is great, like just walking around in that neighborhood with a takeaway.
And talking about that, because I think a lot of listeners to this is maybe living in Stockholm, maybe going to Stockholm in December. You asked me, are you going to any Christmas markets stuff? And you said like 3 of them could be part of, because it's close. Konstfack is close to AB Cafe.
Yeah, that was last weekend, unfortunately. Okay. But that was very fun. But also, I know Färgfabriken is in Liljeholmen, which is kind of close to AB Cafe, or like it's like 2 stations away.
I think they're doing their Christmas thing tomorrow.
Yeah,
because Stockholm Brewing Company, who we share this venue with, they are there tomorrow, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're tomorrow stopping by Färgfabriken,
and that is actually tomorrow is actually Saturday the 9th of December.
Yes, exactly.
So I need to post this today.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
No, but yeah, so if you're in the area or like you're going to that market, 2 stations away with the subway, you find AB.
Yeah.
You could do like a fika to just relax and like, because fairs can be, like markets can be pretty intense.
Nice. So we have a few. I think we will add a few places to the list just to give people like these are, because the scene in Stockholm, I think something's starting to happen. There's a lot of, and I think it's kind of pastry driven, because a lot of places now are really ramping up on amazing bakery stuff. And I think it's really good. And then just add on coffee to that. That's what we see internationally. On many places, they have amazing coffee, and they have amazing like food probably, but bakeries, yes, like croissants and buns and stuff like that. So check that out. And everything will be written down, posted in the description. We will probably make like an Instagram post of this, maybe a blog post, and try to get everything down with links and where to find them, how to find them on Instagram, and easy to share. So we're going in towards Christmas.
Yes.
Still have time to order coffee. I just prior to this, I recorded a video about our coffee subscriptions that you now are able to gift. So you can gift them to some, give them away. It's super easy. You will follow everything. Probably you get like a paid advertising for my small little commercial about it. But literally works like before you can just check out your subscription, but now you can send it as a gift. So you can write up your family members or Coffee Geek friends name, email, on what date it should be delivered, and you can send like a note, and then you just check it out. You pay for 1, 3 or 6 months on how much coffee you want to give them, and they will get the order shipped or the confirmation email shipped on Christmas Eve if you do that. So I think it's a good panic present for anyone who maybe not are able to send or meet or whatever. We had someone in Hong Kong this morning signing up for a subscription to someone in the States, and they wrote like a lovely little note, and it's really, really cute, and it works really good. So that is a good Christmas tip from us. And
also like it's a great gift. Like I would love to just get like coffee in my to my house like once a month. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect gift. Like and now with the new boxes and our new cardboard extravaganza with all the boxes that we got here, so we can actually fit 3 jars nicely, 2 jars nicely, 4, 8. It's just like bring it home and just wrap it up and put it under the Christmas tree. It's super easy. Yeah. So that's everything. I think we covered a lot. We talked about AeroPress today. We talked about your coffee crawl. We talked a little bit about you, and the new jars. I have 4 coffees on this list.
What's
we
the
have
fourth
Camara.
one?
Oh no, I wrote Whoosh Whoosh and Lord Voldemort on the same as 2. So go check these out. Everything is online now. We roast literally every day now to be able to ship as quickly as possible. And we also got a bunch of new wholesale orders that is like as everything here spread all around the world. It's really cool. So hopefully if you live somewhere, you can always contact us and we can give you a response on nearest place to drink Standout if you want. Otherwise, just go to your local coffee bar and demand them to order from us. We have a great wholesale list, and we roast and ship everything on demand, so it's super fresh. Anything else?
No, I think not that I can
that's
think
good.
of now.
Let's go pack some orders. We have some wholesale or e-commerce orders that we need to get shipped out. Super nice to have you here, Veronica.
Yeah.
Boom.